Hello, hello. Welcome back to Sunless Sea. When we left off, we arrived at the Chapel of Lights, and our sigil-ridden navigator wants to approach this place. We've done this narrative in the past. They want me to bring 2 live specimens if they're going to help us. So let's keep that in mind and step away for now. We are not going to eat the chapel's bounty. We are not going to attend service. We are going to gather intelligence, though. I've heard this be a place of cannibals. Not rightly the place you want to be having a meal now, is it? Alright, so a little bit north, or further north, should be the gates to the even more sunless sea. Yeah, the avid horizon. Wait, I thought I marked... It didn't... Oh, there we go. It's because we're right at it. I marked it and then immediately discovered it. So let's stop here for a port report as well. Very cool environment. Kind of nerve-wracking, actually. Those angels of death flanking either end. "40 materials for the passage." Man. Look to the stars. So let's gather some intelligence. You heard a story. The ice by the gate's edge. There was a whisper about a haunting quest. A final revenge. Ooh. Behind the ice. Yes, yes. This is what the rumors meant. A hunter frozen in the ice. Hand contorted to claws. Mouth agape. With her left hand, she had plucked her own eye from the socket. It lies very close to the surface of the ice. If the stories are true, there's a darker virtue in that eye. Take it, then, but perhaps you should put it in a jar. Cool. Eat the flesh of the deep lurkers, and your eyes will change. Fascinating. And yeah, let's look into the stars. Peace beneath the world. These are real stars. They burn above the roof of the neath, beyond the earth, in the space of the heaven. Even so far away, even now, their eyes are on you. But here, in the night under the world, you are safe. Safe. You return to your senses, gasping. Your hands are cold and numb. How long were you watching the stars? So you get a tiny bit of experience for 10 terror. Alright, let's head off. I wonder if there's, like, things you can do to unlock more from that, though. Alright, so I think we're gonna push a little further east, because we loaded up with supplies before heading out this time around. I think the plan is to head further east to around here-ish, and then start going down to the salt lions. Hitting up any docks we detect along the way. But we'll call it as we see our supplies. Something some distance to the east. Is that Frostfound? Frostfound. Vast and chilly. A forge of siege with questions, answers, and riddles. Very cool. Frostfound is one of those locations I visited in old playthroughs that I don't actually fully understand. I've not done a lot of quests relating to this place, so it's a mystery to me. A gorgeous mystery. Because, like, look at that shit. It's beautiful. Alright, so I think now that we found that Frostfound, we might just... Oh, fuck, I went right diagonal through things. I always hate it when I do that, when I perfectly weave between squares, creating these weird bubbles. Yeah, and here's the Frostfound dock. Alright, so let's create a port. And so what do we got? We can engage a tireless mechanic. We need a gunnery officer, not a mechanic, but it could be worth recruiting him anyway. Only 20 echoes as well. Take tea with the squatter in the docks. Ask the squatters about the castle. Enter Frostfound. Create a port report. The towers and ramps and galleries galleries and stars of the ice, raised and spun like architect's honey dream. No spider ever wove so complex a web. The towers are utterly pristine, untouched by human life, but the pitiable encampment squats by the docks. But a pitiable encampment, sorry. So let's... Ooh. And let's hire this guy. Have we read him in the past? Have we gotten him? I don't remember if we've gotten him. The tireless mechanic has had enough of Frostfound. He smiles at you over his spectacles, teeth chattering. Oh, so glad to see a ship at last, ready to offer my services. I'm an engineer, finest you'll ever hire. Treat engines like my own children. Not that I have children, too busy, usually busy. Welcome aboard. Smotterust! Smotterust! Soon see to that. You there. Help me with this spotter rust. Alright, who will give us the highest mirrors or pages? Oh wait, no. Yeah, let's have this guy start doing our cooking. Veils and fuel efficiency. Veils, iron, and engine power. Okay. Let's chat with this guy real quick. Let's wait until we're at London to have a meal with him. That way we're not burning through supplies while we're out at sea. Oh my goodness. Anybody want to help me raise my mirrors? Oh, come on. Can you raise it? There we go. Oh wow, he can bring me all the way up to level 100. I have 6 secrets, so yeah, let's raise mirrors a few times. I'm sorry, it's the pain. No, this is what you wanted, I think. He's eager to instruct you, like a drowning man strikes for air, but he struggles to put the words to his understanding. Does his sigil give him his insight? Or is it old learning that he has failed to forget? Yeah, let's go and tick that up a little bit. Just to slightly increase our odds. Let's give it a go. Speak to your ERM contact. The Riddle Fisher is wearing a blue and red scarf that marks him as a contact. It would be a Riddle Fisher. What are the odds that he'll give you a straight answer? Or alternatively, the dock squatter wearing a red and blue scarf. What are the odds that he'll give you an answer at all? Yes, let's talk with the Riddle Fisher. Succeed! When will the towers topple? The Riddle Fisher shares a series of linked riddles with you. You identify the linking factor. It's a prediction about who will win the contest between the questions and the riddles. Next year, perhaps the Admiralty will find it useful. It's the closest thing to information about the balance of power this far north. Okay. Alongside that, let's get a generic port report. Not all our ERM are withering. There are odd researchers and occasional deranged ice sculptor. Now and then, a very cold, very sad rubbery man. Those are squid people, for those who don't know. But for the most part, an atmosphere of friendly rivalry reigns. Okay. Tea with the squatters. Let's ask them about the castle. You notice they avoid looking directly at it. If you can enter, you should not. We get enthusiasts here from time to time. Yes, you might be able to enter the castle before the appointed time. You might even find something of value there, but it'd be despoiling sacred ground, my friend. It will take your stories from you. It will take your essence, yourself. And if you survive that, you'll likely anger the gods of the Z. Yes, they are real as the corridors of Frostfound are. Stay away, my friend. Stay away. If I had... Can I enter Frostfound if your terror is greater than 20? You should not enter Frostfound without good reason. A long flight of stairs rises glistening to the sheer tower. There is no door. Your reflection hangs in an icy cloud. In the cloudy ice. Ominous. Alright, let's head down to the Salt Lions. Because I should, by the time I get to them, have enough hull space. Yeah. We're getting a good sense of the sea here, though. Let's see what we can find. Oh, that's terrifying. What am I seeing? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Please, not a bound shark. Fuck. Oh. Keep sailing. Lick a monkey Craig. Dubious maelstrom. Oh, great. Shit. Fuck. We gotta sail around that now. Maybe we can use it as it to our advantage a little bit. Just skim the edge of it to get a little bit of a speed boost. Shit. Bad idea. Oh! That's the home of the fucking... Okay, we're gonna do the Hamsterman journey again. With a new captain. Since we've read all of this dialogue before, I'm gonna be clicking through it much faster. Cause the start of this journey is the same every time, I'm pretty sure. Alright. Curve around. Pigmote Isle, two houses both alike in dignity. A lone deserted beach, there's no habitation in sight. Yeah. Tales of Pigmote Isle, the delegation, we've read this previously. I've heard more than enough. So our last captain sided with the rats. I think this guy will prefer the, was there a charm or the fondness of London's rat skin coats that swayed me? Perhaps a little both. At any rate, I was keen to find out more about their civilization. So yeah, we're gonna go with the guinea pigs. That way we're getting new dialogue this time. Sweet. Some supplies. I bowed to the seneschal, who purred with pleasure, while the chief engineer gnashed his teeth but kept his distance. "You have chosen wisely, Captain," said the seneschal. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. "Come, and I will explain our situation to you in greater detail." The seneschal leads me to the southern side of the island, skirting the chickenwood. We passed through a number of raised mounds of earth mixed with fortifying strips of mushroom flesh, which I suppose to be a makeshift wall. The settlement... Excuse me, a little bit of indigestion. The settlement was dazzling. This side of the island appeared to be absolutely wreathed in scintillac. The Cavies' dwelling was awash with silver and phosphorescence. It was a large colony. Most notable was the steam pinnacle, the impossible lamb that had run aground. I like that as a question mark. From which the Cavies came and went, bearing supplies. To the right of the ship, further down the beach, a large group of Cavies lay on bundles in colorful cloth, whining and wailing as if in pain. To the left of the ship was a ramshackle tent of poles and linens, in front of which guinea pigs clashed against each other sharpened their teeth. In the center of the village was covered in dais, a veritable feastund, which with colorful cloth and garnered by well-decorated knights. I suspected this is where King Graysnaw kept counsel. Be welcome, Captain. In this kingdom of Cavies, capital of our isle, and blessed by the light of Our Lady's eye. The Sensual spoke solemnly, but with a hint of sadness in her words. Or so it was, and shall be again. I must speak with our king and prepare your arrival. My page will show you the area and bring you in sight of his splendor in good time, my page. In good time. Page! A much smaller guinea pig, its fur braided with a slender strip of parabola linen, scurried over and bowed. The Scintillac took her leave. Or the Sensual, sorry. I can read. Hospital, steamship, barracks. I visited the steam pinnacle of on the beach. Was this indeed the impossible lamb? Wasn't it reported overrun by rats? A chalky shore. The page chittered while I inspected the vessel. Rats? Never! The splendor of Cavies overtook the vessel. I was born here, the first native of the Cavies, but all our elders remember the voyage. It was hard, they say, but we were harder. But the sea is black and unkind. We were lost in the dark for weeks, and no one speaks of those terrible times. But out of the darkness came the light of Our Lady's eye, guiding us here to our own isle. In time, we will ride the waves again. Perhaps once we have recovered our eye. Is it not splendid? It certainly may have been at one time, but I could see the hull had been severely damaged by the Scintillac reef. There was no way the Cavies could hope to repair it themselves. Whatever the page said, they were stranded here. Let's go and visit their hospital. Were those guinea pigs quarantined? The elderly-looking Cavies greeted me, eyeing me gravely. Many of us sickened during the voyage, a rotting of our teeth, a weakness in the flesh. This isle was our salvation. The stronger among us made the pilgrimage toward the pool of Our Lady's light. Then, a miracle of miracles, they were cured. They bathed in her, they drank her sweet waters, and the strong brought the weak to her in turn. Soon, we were thriving again, bearing our children and raising them by Our lovely Lady's eye, and see it in our deliverance. The elder looked sorrowfully and sick under under his care. Since the rats stole her, the sickness has returned. All this light is but a mockery of hers, and we gain from it no benefit. The only thing, the elder's ears and voice flattened in a hiss, that helped our condition is the flesh, the very hearts and livers of the rats who stole her from us. Oh, Jesus. Visit the barracks. What chance could guinea pigs stand against the weaponed might of the Rattus Faber? Evening the odds. The page led me to the barracks, where the knights didn't design to speak to one so I keep adding an R that's not there. Undecorated. I know what that word was. I don't know why I kept saying under instead of unda. Undecorated as I. The page, however, was eager to answer my questions. The rats have no weapons, none to speak of. What is a gun without a bullet? A sword without a blade? Ours are the supplies and the knives of the soft stuff of the glory. Their teeth are sharp, it is true, while ours... The page hesitated, knights glowered at him. Are sharper! I'll praise the flower of the house of Cavies. One of the knights preened while the other grunted, indifferent, working a wheatstone along its top front teeth. As I watched, particularly vigorous sweep knocked the whole incisor out of place. Oh Jesus! It landed on the ground in the back of the blood in a black and bloody mess. Oh, The knight gasped and grasped the tooth and vanished from sight. Another glared in a way that dared me to make something of it. Their teeth are all rotting. I'd seen enough. It was time for my audience with the king. The page led me, crouching at first, then on my knees. Before the grey snot and the seneschal, the king was the largest guinea pig I had ever seen, easily twice the size of the largest knight in his retinue. The seneschal looked positively dainty next to him. "We are told," intoned the king, "that you have promised your assistance to the house of Cavies. This is agreeable to us, but what shall our assistance take? You can retrieve the eye by force. I can take it through cunning. I have nothing to offer but my advice. I had guns. I had a boat. I planned to row the riding party to the northern side of the island, where the Cavies would flank the Rattus settlement. Yeah, let's do that. 91% chance of success. A perfect pincer. My plan succeeded brilliantly. It was easy enough to sneak up on the settlement when the Dolan eye gave off such light that it cast such shadows around the shore. Even easier to do what needed to be done when the Cavies were rallied by the sight of their treasure. What followed was a tremendous rout. Rats ripped apart, throats and bellies torn open, viscera slickened the sand, and Cavies took losses too. But soon, the seneschal declared the day won. I can read. I was rewarded a substantial amount of scintillac. Ooh, nice. I saw to my surprise that the Cavies had spared a number of Rattus children and were rounding them up. I commented favorably on this, praising the seneschal's high-minded mercy. The seneschal chittered pleasantly. "My dear captain, be assured that we shall treat them very well. But it is hardly mercy that motivates the preservation of an enemy's livestock." The small rat wept quietly over the parent's severed torso before being prodded and pressed on to march. So they're now mighty, spirited, and troubled. Okay. No, sorry. No, they're adequate, conflicted, and troubled. My bad. And I got some scintillac. Cool. The rats were defeated. The Cavies were triumphant. All that remained were the celebrations and continuations of our voyage. Oh, how we feasted long into the night. Then, "It reminds me of the war!" I invited one of the Cavies to join us. I spoke on behalf of the rats. The survivors were being treated poorly, but the rift did not seem entirely insurmountable. So yeah, I'm going to encourage them to treat the others kindly and maybe, bridge the gap. I appealed to the House of Cavies' grace and good bearings, and praised the King Graysnaw's magnanimity. I can read. Perhaps the rats knew not what they did in stealing the eye. Perhaps they were only stumbling about in the dark for a light, as the Cavies were themselves while lost at sea. The seneschal and the king exchanged a look. The seneschal murmured something to the king's ear, and he growled deep in his throat. "You saw only the front tip of our suffering, Captain. The rats must answer for every drop of noble blood spilt, and in kind, we will require a great many hearts and livers to repair the health of our great kingdom. Our young shall eat their old as meat." Jesus. Well, I think I sided with the wrong team this time. The king's courtiers chittered approvingly at his wordplay, while the knights separated the screaming young rats from the adults who had given up on fighting. Jesus fuck. I'll invite one to join me. They were reported to be excellent swimmers, adorable enough to boost morale, and if times should become lean, I thought, maybe the guinea pig stew would buy the crew a day or two before they started eating each other. Welcome aboard. The seneschal, of course, couldn't abandon her duties, but she made certain my request was carried to the village square. The page squeaked excitedly and sought permission from her to join my party. "I record your doings for the glory of the Cavies," he declared, and I'd like to see more of the world. Waiting for him to gather some effects and say goodbye to his family before lifting anchor and setting off. Cool. Alright, the wide dark sea beckoned. We had eaten our fill and our business was concluded. It was time to continue our voyage and see where what other wonders and terrors awaited us. So the end of that for now. Cool. Pages, hearts, mirror. We're gonna keep the Blummigan because it's just a better version of him. Can I can't speak to him. I can buy some Scintillac here. I can visit the Rat Ghetto. Let's visit the Rat Ghetto. The Cavies force their rivals into the swamps and hold them there with high spiked walls. Thick black mud squelches underfoot as you pass through the guarded gates. Hungry eyes approach. I can smuggle fuel in. Attempt to broker a union. Sister Rodent Revolution. Succeed will improve the spirits. Yeah, let's give it a go. Rats huddle for heat, clinging to the tight scraps of stolen blankets. Accept your bribe, but only confiscate the fuel. Only to compensate the crew. Ah, shit, I failed. Damn, and I don't think I can do that again, can I? Oh, I could try again, but I also don't want to burn through too many of my supplies. How many slots do I need for the stone? I'm gonna Google it real quick because I already know. I mean, I've already learned, I should say. Sunless sea salt lions. Googling. So, let's see here. Compile port report, visit the unmakers. $200 echoes, and it needs 20 units of cargo space. I do not have anywhere close to that. So let's try and smuggle more stuff in. So hang on, what is the current state of Pigmote Isle? Because I'm gonna basically try and smuggle in fuel until I have 20 units of spare space. Because that'll help out their spirits. And it's better than just dumping the fuel on the ground when I get there, you know? There we go, spirits have gone up. A small bribe to a small guard gets the delivery brought to the gates. The rat scraps together what little they can to repay you for your kindness. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. Ooh, and I got a loot crate. 4 supplies, shit, okay. That actually achieved the opposite of what I wanted. Oh no. Alright, let's keep doing it though, because supplies can always be turned into fuel through chance rolls. Alright. Let's try and smuggle more to them. Success! And what do they give me in return? Oh, 1 fuel back. Jesus, come on. I hope this doesn't, this might kill my captain what I'm doing here, but fucking whatever. Smuggle fuel into the ghetto, and in return they give me some mushroom wine. Do they have shops here? No. Fuck. Screw it. All in! Oh. Shit. They're spirited enough that I can't do it. Attempt to broker a union, a chance. Let's not try that yet. So, what is it looking like? They are now optimistic. Well, I think we're going to end that episode of Sunless Sea there. I hope you've all been enjoying it. End cards will be appearing in just a moment. Love all you very, very much, and ta-ta for now.